Good evening, everybody, and happy, I guess it's Tuesday evening. I'm Mark Colazzo, Executive Director of the Fishtown, Kensington area Business Improvement District, and welcome to a very special informational seminar regarding an exciting app that we are very fortunate to be part of. Just a little bit about a backdrop to this. In coming here back in January of 2020, I always was interested in maximizing all technological tools to help highlight our businesses, the things that they do, the people that are part of it, and to expand really our reach, bring more people here. Because there's so many wonderful things and wonderful parts of our commercial corridor. And certainly one of those was to create an app where you could click on, and you want to find out where places to eat and what specials there are and who might be performing at what venue. And then one day, probably about a year or so ago, a young man just happened to wander into my office, just to introduce himself, but had an idea for this wonderful app. And we hit it off and talking and shared the same vision. And I'm pleased to let everyone know that mutual dream has now become a reality with the FYND app, FYND. I'm going to introduce the, founder, CEO, presidente, commandant, whatever you want to call it, the big kahuna of FYND, and really a great guy and great advocate for Fishtown, Max Thalheimer. Max, take it away.
Thank you, Mark. As always, you have a way with words, so I appreciate the lead in there. And frankly, the only title that I'm really concerned with tonight is that of Fishtown resident, because for me, yes, this is a business that I started, and it's something that you said has become a mutual dream of ours. But I live here in Fishtown. I love living in Fishtown. I'm a proud resident of Fishtown, and to be able to help elevate and showcase some of the businesses and do some good for our community here is really one of the driving forces behind what we do and why we do it. So without further ado, let me quickly get into sort of what FYND is and why it might interest you who are watching this. So essentially, the goal of FYND is really simple. We set out, my co-founder and I, a while back to launch a business that would be able to help local businesses, bars, restaurants, entertainment venues in particular, to drive more business, given the fact that we were going through at the time a global pandemic that was hurting them disproportionately, and really hurting our communities disproportionately, hurting all of us. So that was the simple question that started it all. And one of the things that we realized was that every day that there are incredible things happening in our communities, particularly here in Fishtown, the hottest neighborhood in Philadelphia, if I could say so myself, that go unnoticed either by locals and residents. It's hard, even being someone who lives here, to know everything that goes on all the time, but even more so by people outside the district, people who aren't fortunate enough to live here in Fishtown itself. And that businesses were taking the time to do these amazing things, to host these fabulous food and drink specials and happy hours, to bring in live music and have trivia nights and karaoke and concerts and comedy shows and bingo nights and all of these things that are worth getting out of the house for on any given night of the week, that are just, frankly, from their point of view, too difficult to market, and from our point of view, too difficult to find. So we exist very simply to connect those two groups of people, local businesses that have things going on, and normal everyday people like myself and anyone who's watching this, and even you, Mark, and you, Randy, with the things that are happening here in great, active, flourishing communities like Fishtown. So the app itself is very simple. You can find us on the App Store and type in FYND, FYND, on your Apple device. Very soon to be launched on Android. We're filming this on the 30th of August. We hope to be live for all of our Android friends by probably September 3rd or 4th. So if you're watching this after that, go ahead and give that a shot. But
that's me, Max. I'm still on the Android.
I know, we're doing it all for you, Mark. I got to be honest, we're doing it all for you. You're going to be the first to know, I promise. But yeah, so really you'll see once you download the app, it's very simple. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, if you will. Give you a little walk through here to show you just how easy it is to discover what's going on here. Get me out of there. Nobody needs to see me. So here you can see on the homepage of the app here, we make it very easy to see what's going on any given day. If you're just looking for something to do on a Tuesday, we list out all the things happening on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So it's great if you're planning ahead, you're trying to make weekend plans, what's happening on Saturday, here's what's happening, where it's happening, and when it's happening. If you know what you're looking for, but you're not sure what day of the week you want to do it, say, for example, I was interested in a trivia night. I can click trivia nights and I can see that there's something going on at one of my favorite spots, Evil Genius, on Wednesday, as well as at Myers Brewing Company up there with Mike Myers on Thursday night. So if I like Quizzo or trivia, I can hit one on Wednesday and one on Thursday and have a good time. Same thing with food specials, drink specials, game nights, live music. We have themed events going on right now, like the Fishtown Districts Inside the Birds event going on tomorrow at Mural City Wine Garden. That's going to be awesome. I'll be there myself. So really, we want to make it as easy as possible for anybody who's looking for something from an art show to a class. I know our friends over at Fishtown Seafood on Mondays, they have their oyster shucking class where you can show up and for free learn how to properly shuck an oyster from Brian, who's incredibly knowledgeable on the topic. We want to make it easy for you to find what you're looking for because all of these things are happening and we see it as a real win-win for people to know what's going on in their communities and for these businesses to be able to publicize these things without the need to, grow a following on Instagram or Facebook or something like that. One of the primary drivers from a business owner's sense for us building this was we wanted to allow small businesses to promote themselves without having to worry about algorithms and creating fancy images and content and using hashtags to grow that following base. I mean, a lot of businesses here in Fishtown have done a fantastic job of doing that. There are businesses on FYND that have thousands upon thousands of Instagram followers, but at the end of the day, whether your following is big or small, the way we see it, you're only reaching people that already know that you exist. You're reaching the people that follow you on those platforms. And we wanted to present ourselves as a way to get the word out about these things without having to go through that process of growing that audience, and to just make what you have going on at your business accessible to anybody who's using the FYND app, regardless of where they are, whether you're in their neighborhood, this neighborhood, or another neighborhood. If they're planning to come to Fishtown, planning to go out in Fishtown, we do have plenty of users at this point that are not Fishtown residents. However, most of the businesses, thanks to the good people here at the Fishtown Business Improvement District that we're showcasing right now, are in Fishtown. So we're already doing what we can to pull people in from outside the district. The other way that your business can be discovered, or that you can discover businesses, is by going over here to the food and drink page. So the last page was more of, I know what I'm looking for, I just want to know where it's happening. This page is organizing to shelves, and this page aims to answer the question of, I know where I want to go, I just like to know what's happening there. I just like to keep tabs on what's happening at some of my favorite businesses. So here you can scroll through, you can see a lot of the businesses that we have here in Fishtown. And let's go back to one of the ones that I already keyed on earlier, Evil Genius Beer Company. So if I'm interested in Evil Genius, I can tap here and I can scroll through, and here's where I can see all of the events that they have going on coming up, that they've posted to find here. Of course, the details page, very simple. You'll see a description of what the business is, any features that the business may have, hours, obviously, address, phone number, website, all the standard things you would expect to see. So that's the main functionality of the app, whether you know what you want or just where you want. We want to be able to help you find things that are going on. And from a business standpoint, we want to make you as accessible to as many people as possible, as easily as possible, whether or not those people know that you exist today or not. Thank you for joining me on my tour.
Max, a couple quick questions, and thanks for the time. Currently now, what are the businesses or type of businesses that are promoted on FYND, and what are plans for things that people might find on FYND?
It's a really good question. I appreciate you asking. Yeah, you tend to have some good ones from time to time. So similarly to how Yelp started with bars and restaurants, and now they've branched out and you can find retail and plumbers and lawyers. We want to make sure that for our early users, we're playing a very defined role in their lives and solving the problems for a very specific group of businesses, since obviously every type of business has its own challenges and its own things to promote. So this is a long roundabout way of saying that right now we're starting with bars, restaurants, entertainment venues, FB&E, as the people in the industry put it, food, beverage, and entertainment is who we're focusing on to start. We do look forward to branching out as soon as humanly possible and to be able to bring on businesses in other verticals that do other things. We've already received a lot of interest from a lot of businesses in Fishtown, everything from music schools to yoga studios to retail stores that are interested in being on FYND, and we certainly want to be able to accommodate them as quickly as possible. If anybody is interested, if you're watching this and you're interested in listing your business on FYND and it falls into a category outside of food, beverage, and entertainment, I would still encourage you to reach out. Number one, because I love getting to know the good people and the good business owners here in Fishtown. But number two, that means that I can put you on a list so that I can let you know as soon as possible that we are able to accept a business like yours.
And how can people reach out to you?
So a couple different ways. You can find us at getfynd.app. That's our website. So that's GETFYND.app. You could also find us on Instagram or Twitter. Our handle is GreatFynd _FYND there. And the easiest way is probably to go through the app itself. Anybody who goes into settings and fills out the support form, that comes right to me. So if you're interested, I know we just had a business owner reach out actually a day ago, asking how they could get listed on FYND through the app. So I was very quick to respond to that, and I'll be very quick to respond to you too.
You always are, Max. I have two quick ones, and we'll certainly open it up. You know of when we spoke when you first came in, that I think we both shared the vision for having a map that went with this. Where are you in that process?
So the map is something we're really excited about, and actually it's a little bit of an inside baseball tidbit for you here. It's already in the app. It's just not quite visible yet. So our engineering team here at FYND has already built the map. I've seen it, I've used it, it works, it looks great. We're working to add a little tiny bit more functionality to it because we want to be able to showcase, not only just where the businesses are, but also if there's something happening at them, we want to be able to showcase that on the map in a visual way as well. And as soon as we're done adding that, we're going to turn that feature on, flick that switch, and then it'll be visible for everybody who already has the app.
So you'll certainly
it's coming very soon.
I can't wait to see it. I know I've seen the behind the scenes version, so I'm looking forward to it. Last one, because obviously then Mrs. Sherwood has a question, so get ready.
Bracing myself.
Yes. No, so I mean, one of the things, and I'm sure you get this as you've met with everybody, Max, I'm a busy bar owner, restaurant owner. I don't have the time to log this in. Could you maybe explain how simple the process is to actually import your information into FYND?
Happily. So that's one of the things that we focused on from day one, and honestly has probably been our top priority. So everything from the business side of things is handled through our business portal, which we built from scratch to be as easy, non-time consuming, intuitive as possible. I've timed this myself. I've timed other people while they're doing it. It takes less than 5 minutes to set up a business profile on FYND. And for every event that you're looking to post, it takes about 30 seconds. So this is not something that's going to take a large chunk out of anybody's day. If it's an event that happens every week, it's something like a happy hour or a recurring trivia night. We do have a little button. You tell us what day it's on. You tell us what time it starts, what time it ends. You click the recurring button, and we will automatically repost that for you every week. So it's not like you got to be coming back in every week and setting the same things back up. So we really do have tried to do everything we can to make sure that this is not a pain, because we know that the people we're working with, the people we're building this for, are busy. We understand that our top priority is not necessarily always going to be their top priority. And we wanted to make it easy to kind of set it and forget it in all ways that are possible.
And just to put everyone's mind at ease, Max will make a house call to you, besides just to meet you. he'll show you how to do it.
Oh, happily.
Yeah, so, for people like myself who simply say these words, Randy, can you ... Even I can figure it out. Randy, you had a question, or did I ask it already?
No, actually, so let's say for argument's sake, I'm in Fishtown or I'm somewhere and I want to see what's going on around me. Is it geolocated? Like, does it know where I am?
It does if you allow it to. So like most apps, we will ask for permission to use your location, at least while you're using the app, which allows us to, show you businesses and events in order of which ones are closest to you. But if you choose not to allow that, then obviously we will have no idea where you are, and the results you see in the app may be a little more scattered. I would say that does improve the experience, being able to have us show you more relevant content. And I can promise you, as the guy that built it, that it's all anonymized. We're not tracking you. We don't know where you are when you're not using the app, nor will we ever use or sell that data to anyone for anything else. But giving that permission certainly, I think, does improve the experience a little bit.
Good question, Randy. Thank you, Max.
Great
Actually,
question.
one last thing from me. How many, if you know, and I'm sure you do, how many of our businesses are signed up currently?
So we currently have, I believe, about 31 businesses in Fishtown currently on the platform. Our user base, I'm really excited to report, is growing at an average rate of about 36% week over week. So it seems to be really resonating, and as our marketing efforts ramp up, we're going to be excited to bring even more eyeballs to those 31 Fishtown businesses. We're always looking to add more, so please feel free to reach out if you're interested in seeing yourself on FYND, seeing your business on FYND. And if you aren't a business owner, give us a download, give us a try, and just know that it's only going up from here.
And for those who, like me, need to physically do things, Max, you're going to be joining us for September 24th, Feast of Ale. So FYND will have a little table up to help guide everybody through. So it actually is a kind of perfect symmetry that day. So you can actually see
Absolutely.
the young fella in person.
No, we're really excited about that. Find us. We'll have a big purple banner and a big purple tablecloth, and I'll be giving out some goodies and meeting people, talking about FYND. We're really excited to be there and to be at the first Feast of Ale in quite some time. So we've missed it.
It's actually my first. Randy's first. We came here and the pandemic hit, so
I guess I can admit freely that it'll be my first too then. So I'm super excited.
Max, great.
We seem to have that effect.
What's that, Ray?
So we seem to have that effect on things. We come in and everything's shut down.
Anyway, before we let everybody go, and thanks, Max, again, does anybody else have any questions about the app, the future of FYND, again, how to find it, etc.? Hearing none. Right. Max,
I guess I did a half decent job then.
No, well, you have since the day I met you, and again, I want to thank you because this is very, very rare, as you know. You can go cold call somebody and develop exactly what we both hope to do. So it's an exciting thing. We're thrilled to have you as part of the team, and it's a really wonderful addition to Fishtown. Before we go, again, how can people reach out to you?
Yes, I was actually, don't worry, I was going to throw in one more shameless plug anyway. Feel free to reach out to me personally. My email is max@getfynd.app. So that's just my full first name, max@getfynd, FYND.app. Always feel free to reach out there. If not, our website, getfynd.app, or through the app itself. Type in FYND on your local app store, and we'll find you.
Thank you again, everyone. Thank you all for your time. Thanks for being part of our community, and always remember to find it in Fishtown.
Thank you so much for being here, everybody. Have a great night. Good talking to you as always, Mark. Bye, Randy.
See ya.